I am Dr. Jennifer Kanapiki-Comer, and I am thrilled to be talking to you today about a new exciting practice environment in the field of medicine, and it's called our homes. So today I am going to be talking to you about optimizing our new practice environment, and I am going to be giving you 3 strategies for being productive while working from home, or WFH. So the idea of working from home, or WFH, is not a new concept. So the idea of remote work with all its benefits has been gaining momentum for several decades now, but it's been in the fields of business and tech, and healthcare has really been slow to embrace this growing trend. Enter COVID-19. So COVID-19 came around, it changed all of that, and physicians and medical educators were thrust into this new practice environment. There are definitely some benefits of working from home. And, I can say I like the 0-minute commute to work. And I love the ability to share my day with loved ones and family, and sometimes my furry friends. But, it also comes with some struggles. And today I want to talk about these top obstacles, and I want to give you some strategies to combat them. So a company called Buffer looked at 3,500 remote workers, and they looked at what their top struggles were. And what came up was that collaboration and communication, was really lacking. They also found that loneliness was a huge struggle, not being able to unplug, and just the amount of distractions. YouGov also published a survey with very similar results, citing distractions as one of the top challenges. Also toward the top of the list was not having an ideal workspace, and just, really having a decreased ability to focus at home. So I think it's good that we talk about some of the challenges, and then we can talk about some of the solutions. So my first strategy is very simple, but I think very effective, and it's optimizing your work environment. And, I know this is a work from home talk, but I really think these strategies can apply to any work environment you're in: your home, your office, a park, anywhere that you're working. So I want you to look around you right now, and, what does your current work environment look like? Are there old papers and pens and old coffee mugs and a lot of distracting objects? The first time I gave this lecture, one of the attendees after the lecture sent me this photo of her current work environment. And I said, oh my goodness, that is so stressful. So a 2011 study by Princeton University showed that our brains like order. The study found that a cluttered, disorganized environment really impairs your ability to focus, and it restricts your capacity to process information. Harvard Business Review study also showed similar results. They said that a tidy work environment can increase your productivity by 32%. So I have an action item for you. At the end of every workday, build into your routine clearing your workspace, right? Take those old coffee mugs, throw out those papers, set yourself up for success the next day. So when you come in the morning and you're in your work environment, you are gonna have a very productive and focused day. So a lot of productivity books like Digital Minimalism and Indistractable, they talk about not only having your physical space clear of clutter, but also your digital space. And I think this is a cool concept that we really don't talk a lot about. So how does your digital space look right now? What does your screen look like? Is Zoom and my face the only window open? Probably not. So every window you have open, every one of those tabs on your internet browser, they're nagging your brain. They're telling your brain, like, I haven't explored this yet. I have work to be done. And your brain likes solving problems. So it's very distractible. So don't let your brain be tempted. All right. All right. Look at your desktop right now. How many icons are on it? Get rid of them, right? All this digital clutter is really causing your brains to keep task switching, which we know our brains aren't good at. It's slowing down your thinking. It's decreasing your productivity. Free your mind to concentrate on what's important, right? If you decide to spend your time going to a meeting or attending a conference, be present. Be present in both virtual body and in mind. Otherwise, you shouldn't be going. All right, so we freed our physical and digital space of clutter. Now, what should we have in our work environment to increase our productivity? So the data's out there. There's some obvious things that increase our productivity. The benefit of natural light, having a nice view. If you can find a view of nature, this has been shown to reduce your blood pressure. It reduces your stress hormones, and it really increases your ability to focus. So get that, Thailand beach scene going. You also need to have a green plant. So a study out of the University of Exeter found that green plants can increase your productivity by 15%. And other studies quote a 26% boost in cognition. So head to Amazon and pick one up. So all these things, they sound wonderful, right? But you don't always have this option, right? Like, your work from home environment might have a window. You might not have a great view. And so this is when I really want you to rethink the WFH and really think about the H. So does it need to be an H, or can it be an A, right? Can it be work from anywhere? And, I'm from Connecticut, and, during this pandemic, it was really nice to get to go there, spend time with family, and still work. And I did my normal work day, but afterwards I got to spend time with my family. I've worked from a VRBO in Tahoe. During this talk, I'll be working from Hawaii. So think about anywhere that you have a hotspot. Where can you go that you can really set yourself up with success with an environment that we know leads to productivity? Okay, so we talked about environment. Now we're going to talk about one of those top challenges that a lot of those surveys cite, and that's distractions. Research at Michigan State University found that a 3-second interruption can double the number of mistakes you make at work. A Harvard Business Review study showed that every interruption takes you 20 minutes to get back to your original focus. So that's crazy, right? We can't have this. So let's talk about some strategies to combat distractions. First thing I would say try is investing in a sound machine. And the data really backs this up. Sound machines are great at blocking out distractions where your attention isn't needed, right? So maybe a screaming child, a barking dog, a doorbell, and it really helps increase your concentration. Next thought, and this is kind of a gimme, but make sure your phone and your computer are on do not disturb. So whenever I'm trying to do deep work, I take my phone, it's on do not disturb. My computer's on do not disturb, all right? Don't check your notifications, right? You're letting someone else dictate your minutes. Don't do it. Also consider closing your door. If you're in a place, either again, office or home, keep that door closed. An open door just leads people to pop in and, have like a got a minute meeting. Don't do it. The author of one of my favorite books, Indistractable, he says his wife purchased this like little glowing like headband on Amazon. And whenever she wants to be indistractable, she wears the headband and the whole family knows that she should not be bothered. So think about what works for your family. One of my favorite distraction busters is the Be Focus Timer app, and it's amazing. I use it daily, and it's a free app. What it does is it utilizes the Pomodoro technique. So the Pomodoro technique is a time management system that encourages people to work in 25-minute chunks, followed by a 5-minute break. And this timer for me, it's in the top right of my desktop. And it really kind of instills this sense of urgency. Like I don't have endless time to finish whatever task I'm working on. And I see the little minutes counting down. And I think it stops me from being distracted. So think about downloading it, just trying it out. It's free. All right. So we talked about your environment. We talked about combating distractions. And now we're going to talk about the very important concept of unplugging. Right. So Harvard Business Review studies found that being on the road, having that commute can help you switch gears between home and work. And since with working from home, there's no commute, we really struggle to separate our work and our life. So let's talk about some ways to help you mentally transition between work and home. So the first one is simple, but I feel like we're not good at this. We need to set a hard stop, right? If we're working from home or we're working from the office, just like we calendar a meeting or appointment, we need to calendar when the end of the day is and set that really hard stop and stick to it. Also, think about having a work from home commute. So we know commuting helps the transition between work and personal life, but this transition doesn't need to be physical, right? So an article in the Journal of Transportation showed that the most desired commute length is 16 minutes. So it goes on to say that the happiest commuters are those that plan their work days during the commute. It also talked about the benefits of using your commute time to connect with others, even strangers. And this has really been shown to promote happiness. So action item, your next work from home day, I want you to block off 15 minutes at the beginning of the day and think about using that time to plan your day. Because already we know that that shows you to be happier and successful. And then I want you to block off the 15 minutes at the end of your day. And again, make sure that that's your mental time to commute. Maybe, call a friend, do something that you can wind down and transition to your home life. The last concept is like such an awesome concept that I love. And when I first read about it, I was just like, yes, I need to do this. So it is called a Feierabend. And it's an evening celebration that the Germans partake in, and it marks the moment when your workday has ended. And, the Germans usually celebrate with a German beer. But think about what reward you would like at the end of a day of hard work. Is it calling family or friends? Is it going for a run? Sometimes I just do a dance party with my kids. There could be a German beer. So, make your own ritual. I think it really will help celebrate what you have accomplished during that day instead of focusing on what needs to get done. I think this really brings your life meaning and happiness. So these are my 3 pearls or strategies for combating those work from home struggles. So in review, I want you to evaluate your work environment, right? Either if you're at home or you're at the office or even your clinical environment. Work to clear of any physical or digital distractions. Second, plan how you are going to combat these distractions, right? Are you going to try a sound machine? Are you going to download the Be Focused Timer app? Make a plan to stop these distractions from taking you away from the task at hand. Always, always, always make sure that your phone is in do not disturb mode. Put your computer in do not disturb mode. Let you accomplish what you want to accomplish and not be disturbed by other people. Lastly, set a hard stop at the end of a workday. Develop your 15-minute work from home commute. And again, make it your own. What works for you? And lastly, Feierabend, right? Every day. Be proud of the work you accomplished and be thankful for another day of living. Thank you.